the pit for some splat zones. Team Ace going up against That So and Co. Let's get it on. A 96, 52 gal being broken out here. Here we go. 52 gal Deco. Goodness gracious, that's a hot start for me, isn't it? As well as the Kensa Undercover Brella, the Splat Charger, Firefin Charger, as well as that Blaster that just got taken out. So 3-3 on the field right now. Being joined by this heavy splatling of Astro. And I can only imagine that Forge Splattershot Pro is going to be That So. Joined by another Kensa Brella and a Splattershot Junior. Is that the Kensa? Indeed it is. And that's being wielded by Snorlax Guy of all people. So definitely embracing the new meta here are a lot of these players. Three of the 8 playing, breaking out the new Kensa weapons that have so changed the meta in the past couple of weeks. And now, Team Green, I guess That's So and Co. Not really sure. I guess I should say Astro and Co. Just because it's a more familiar face to those of us here at the laboratory. But, you know, regardless, both very familiar faces to us here in Pennsylvania, and certainly worthy of having a team named after them, I'll tell you. I don't know how they wound up on the same team, quite frankly. It is a little ridiculous. This is a stacked side. Not to say, not to take anything away from Team Snugs and Raptura, who, Astro getting taken out by that Inkjet. That So is going to have to find a way back in as going to apply some mid-range pressure and tags Ace in the back. That's going to cost them control, but they get it right back. That Undercover Brella coming through. And that Charger has been picking people off right and left, has at least applied a little bit of pressure and made sure that they can't really get comfortable in their position. Snugs gets tagged by That So with the mid-range Splattershot Pro, and oh, that's a 2-on-1 situation. That is a losing proposition any day of the week. Ace takes him out, gets away from that baller, and it's just now it became 3-3 on the field. So, oh, wait a second, make that 3-2, but that Stingray, I mean, again, such a vertically oriented zone is Piranha Pit. You know how to get that angle right. That Stingray can cause some havoc in splat zones. Obviously, more preferable in tower control pretty much in any single fashion imaginable, but on the right levels in splat zones, man, oh man, that is an absolute, I mean, talk about sharks in the water, that Stingray becomes a Leviathan for sure. And Shinzi with that Firefin Splat Charger, applying the pressure, helping Raptura take out Snorlax Guy. And that is what gets them to take control. They get it down to 20, and 25-50 score, 26-50 at the moment. It looks like Green is about to take control unless Shinzi has something to say about it. He can't hit his shots, but he is assisted by Ace, and that's how they take back control of the zone. Shinzi does have that bomb rush ready to go. It could be using it as a preventative measure here, and indeed he does. Throwing them out. Oh yeah, Shinzi, as opposed to Hinzi. Makes sense. You can follow me on Twitter at StuTheAnnouncer. Anyway, Raptura coming through, and goodness gracious, he got taken to task. And Ace is going to have to make up some lost ground here. With the I believe that is the 52 gal deco, but that Stingray coming through, despite the name of the 96, it is she. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And I'll take that L. That's not on me to assume any of that stuff. So, regardless of that, it is Snorlax Guy. I'm not really sure if Snorlax Guy is able to keep up the pressure. He was driven aback quite a bit by Ace. And, of course, Team Ace here looking to prove that Slow and Steady indeed does win the race. They got... Oh, man, they are... Oh, that Stingray, wait a second, coming out from behind the barrier, can't really pressure it. That might just allow Snorlax Guy to charge in, and will they retake the zone? Indeed they will. They're going to cut into the penalty just a little bit. And Ace, wow, he just got taken out behind the woodshed by That So, who's going to break out that bubble blower, but Shinzi She's doing some work with that Fire Fin Charger. And can they retake the zone in time? It appears that they cannot. Oh, wow, tag Snorlax guy. She's given her team a chance here, but that's going to do it. Holding the zone for just long enough is Team Wawa, who are going to take that set and bring it to 1-0. Here to kick things off, it's Switch versus at the lab, number 12. And that's so, and Astro, I mean, quite the team altogether, combined 26 kills. And that is some beautiful gameplay that we saw. And not to take anything away from Team Ace, they were giving it their all and just could not retake the zone in order to send it into overtime. I really do feel like they got the necessary splats. There is a fighting chance of that happening, but unfortunately, there's only so much you can do against players the caliber of Astro. That's so, and of course we had they had some assistance there. It's not like Sauce and it's not like Sauce is just sitting on his hands or anything. So good stuff from all parties involved, and here we go for game numero dos as we get a shot of the venue here. This is the laboratory in Hatboro, Pennsylvania. Well, I guess I should say Splatboro since it is the tournament, but regardless of that, the tournament, well, not this. This is Gobi Arena. That's in Inkopolis. But right there, the top picture right above me, that's the laboratory. We're out here in Hatboro, Pennsylvania in beautiful Montgomery County, PA. And this is Montco, right? Yeah, figured as such. Oh, that's right. Bucks County is right next to us. And if you don't know what any of that means, then you can go ahead and disregard all of that. But feel free to visit us, 3 South York Road, Hatboro, Pennsylvania. The address is right down below. And we have the last night by Shinzi, that was actually pretty brutal. Snorlax guy did not have a chance. She just came out of nowhere with that. And Shinzi, I mean, it was a valiant effort by Shinzi, Raptura, Snugs, and Ace, but they're going to have to find another answer here. They're going to be riding the tower in the Reef. So definitely an interesting map for tower control, especially after the retooling. Oh, you're from England. Well, hey, you know what? Come across the pond. And first of all, if you could answer me a question, what happened with Chelsea and Tottenham today? Because I actually had... I have Harry Kane on my fantasy team, so I would like to know if he at least did something. But regardless of that, this is that's soccer. This is Splatoon. So, hey, you know what? Figured I'd ask. Oof. I mean, hey, you know what? It's there's always whenever you want to visit, whenever you want to, if you happen to be in the greater Philadelphia area, and you're not doing anything, might as well come down and play some Splatoon. You know what I mean? We also host Smash out of here. We also have the FGC Alchemy Lab every single Thursday. So, yeah, come on down. Whatever you're into, we probably do it here at the laboratory in Hatboro. Getting things ready for game number 2. We're riding the tower at the Reef, the newly reconstructed Reef. And now, Team Wawa looking to secure a 2-0 victory, while Team Ace is looking to get on the board. And here we go, Raptura. No sloshing machine from Raptura is going once again with the Kensa Undercover Brella. And he is joined by that Kensa Charger, as well as the End Parry Dualies and the Range Blaster. The Dynamo Roller of That's So, holy smokes, That's So. Dynamo is the exact right word to describe him. Joined by the Hydra Splatling of Astro, one of the better backline players in all of the Mid-Atlantic. Really, I was about to say the Philadelphia area, but he is indeed representing Baltimore. Ink Armor coming out for Team Wawa, and of course that oh, and That's So taken out by Shinzi again with that Kensa Charger. She has a special ready to go. Is she going to break it out? Indeed, with that Ink Armor. And Astro had no chance. The baller coming through for Shinzi. She's looking to retake the tower, and indeed she does. That's going to tick off more from that counter, and past that first checkpoint, that is big. And Ace looking to hold down the fort, but that's so gets tagged by Ace. An absolute dynamo with that blaster, and they're past checkpoint number 2. And Team Wawa being taken a task. Ace proven to be a real ace in the hole here. And just like that, they're past checkpoint number 3. They could be riding it all the way to a goal for their knockout victory. Can they do it? And there you go. Ace is up. And Ace takes it 1-1 here in Hatboro for a knockout victory in game number 2. Now, the thing is, we saw them do pretty well for themselves in game number 1. It's not like it was from pillar to post, just a blowout. They did quite well for themselves in getting themselves back into that matchup despite going down 50 points early and wound up losing, I think, only by 6 points. I'm hearing some of the audio from the outside, and yeah, it's laughter all around. They're having fun. Who can blame them? Because frankly, I mean, if you're Team Ace, you were definitely having fun with that. And we saw the charger come out from Shinzi in a very, very big way. And yes, yeah, we do Project M every single Tuesday. I was about to say Splat at the Laboratory Tuesdays. No, it is Smash at the Laboratory Tuesdays, abbreviated as SALT. And of course, we also do Melee. That's hosted by Clash Tournaments. Shoutouts to Chia, she's amazing. And we also host Smash 64 right here on Bros Calamity. So that's mostly our schedule, and we thank you for joining us here on this beautiful Saturday. It is overcast outside, perfect day to sit inside and play video games. So glad that you're rocking out with us. And you know what? Don't even worry about the Tottenham score. I can take care of that myself off stream at another time. Team Wawa, though, they're going to have to take care of some business here if they want a chance at taking this. It's a best of 3, yeah? Best of 5. Okay, so we're doing best of 5. Sometimes we oscillate rules here at the laboratory, so it is in fact a best of 5. And so it's not as urgent as one might expect, but then again, you really do want to come back and make a statement, especially after a knockout victory of that sort from Ace, where Shinzi coming through with the Kensa Splat Charger, and Raptura providing some great frontline assistance with the pushbacks, and really they were not able to negotiate that team much at all. We saw that so with the Dynamo Roller providing a little bit of assistance up front, but ultimately they were just pushed back. And Team Ace with the 1-1 set tying victory. And once again, we thank you, everyone who's joining us here, twitch.tv/bros_calamity. Yo, if you want more content like this, we also do some Smash. We also do a little bit of Mario Tennis Aces before and after this. Who knows what goes on here? We have a little bit of Mario Party every now and then. But folks, hit that follow button like it owes you some money. It's going to be a good time going forward here in Hatboro, and we're only just getting started, especially with the release of Smash Ultimate. It's going to be pretty crazy. And yeah, we're going to Clamblitz Wahoo World. That is now the thing is with Wahoo World, very interesting map, especially for Clamblitz, where you just have so many routes that you can take, and of course the rotating platform in the middle provides a very interesting dynamic in how teams are meant to move, and very much like they're on that Temple Grandin stuff where you kind of have to go around in the circle and make sure that there's no real way for that to get messed up. However, you do have to find a way to disrupt your opponent's rhythm here. And Clamblitz, well, you got to be good on offense and defense. We're truly going to see the better team. There's the sloshing machine from Raptura, and he's trying to give his opponents the wash here in Clamblitz at Wahoo World, game number 3. He's joined by a heavy Splatling Deco. The Kensa Dualies coming out, as well as that range blaster. And on the other side, Astro breaking out the ballpoint Splatling. That's so going back to the Splattershot Pro, the Forged Splattershot Pro, excuse me, the Undercover Brella, and the Kensa Splattershot Junior. Now, speaking of Splattershot Juniors, we are going to be seeing Muddy later on in this tournament, a multiple-time tournament MVP here in Hatboro. And, of course, representative, one of the unanimous picks for the Bros Calamity Squall Stars in their fight against Empire Arcadia. The other two, oddly enough, being Raptura and Astro, who oppose each other here. Astro maybe getting a little too up close and personal with his opposition with the Kensa Doolies. And Shinzi coming through with the splatling of her own, the heavy deco. And Ace has a power clamp, tags Snorlax Guy. That's going to leave a mark, and a pretty big orange mark. And that clam is going to leave a mark on the scoreboard, so things are tied up. But can they get another clam in? Snugs coming through. Oh, he's made to retreat, however, and he gets splatted as a thank you. The 3-on-1 situation just too much, and it's an 81-80 remaining here. So 20-19 would be the final score now if the game were to end, which if it were to end right now, I would be very surprised. Snorlax Guy gets splatted. Shinzi playing backline extremely well, providing just enough space for her team to operate. But Raptura gets hit by that and he's playing the avoidance game right now and moves out of the way, trying to position himself, and he does so perfectly against Ace. Oh, trying to invite another opponent into his lair, but Raptura says no thank you, shakes up the can and maybe put a little bit of Pop Rocks in there, and that's a Fizzy Bomb worth writing home about. And Raptura trying to do more of that work, putting his opponents through the spin cycle. Ace provides some assistance. And that power clam, Astro has it. He might be going forward, but he needs some support there. You do move pretty slowly when you're wielding any sort of splatling, maybe short of the mini. And that ballpoint, he's coming through with it. The bubbles are not going to do nearly enough to get that power clamp through, and it's a 4-1 advantage on the field in favor of Team Ace. And Sauce trying to break on through to the other side. Shout-outs to Jim Morrison. And that Splat Bomb is only going to do so much. Not finding any opposition down there, but he scouts the mountain, throws it up top. And Sauce, very positionally oriented map. As, well, really, positioning is important in every single map in Splatoon, but goodness gracious, is it made paramount considering the structure and build of Wahoo World. Yes, Snugs and Shinzi, they haven't been doing half bad for themselves. Snugs, one part of the winning team from Switch versus Splat for Hope, the biggest Splatoon event in Virginia's history thus far. But, you know, there are more to come, and once again, thank you to Switch Versus for providing that event for us. And Snorlax Guy, he's rolling through by himself on his lonesome, and he slam dunks it, and that is how Team Wawa are going to take the lead here. And Astro Snorlax Guy with a stunning individual effort on his part. And Snugs is going to have something to say about that for sure, as well as Ace. So Team Ace, they have two power clams out on the field. Snugs trying to make an individual run. He's going to get pushed back. A lot of defense. Good backline heroics. Oh, just missed the basket. And it's 3-1 on the field. 3-2 now. But Sauce and company providing some excellent defense. Team Wawa looking to secure a victory here. Those power clams, East kaput. And they do have another one ready to go, so they might have to get back for one last goal line stand. But they're going to have to be very careful. They are 1 point away from losing that lead. Raptura breaks through, and what a shot from Raptura. He will survive it, in fact, with that Kensa sloshing machine. That front line play of Raptura is how they're going to take the lead here. Can they hold on to it? Indeed, they will. And wow, they went for it and they got it. That's so, doing some amazing work, but ultimately going to come up short. What an effort by Raptura, and ultimately the heroics from Snorlax Guy. Well, they came close, but wow. Team Ace. Holy smokes, what can you say about that? Coming back from the 1-0 to bring it to 2-1 in favor of themselves by a score of 68-30. That's so leading Team Wawa in splats with 10, but Ace and Snugs coming through with 16 and 12 respectively. Raptura putting in that work as well, and Shinzi, well, that's what you saw from her that time, was beautiful support play and everything, just being a pest coming through. Sometimes you don't always need to be a wasp. Sometimes all you need to do is be a mosquito, get in their face and be annoying. And Shinzi doing that pretty well, showing just how versatile a player she is. So as looks like we're going to Rainmaker for the next mode here. So going to have to make it rain on one of the random 8 maps available here just as soon as everyone is ready. But folks, once again, thank you for joining us. If you're enjoying this sort of content, you're definitely going to want to check out highlights from this tournament and tournaments past on our YouTube. And that's our social media right there. Thank you, Jay Moosh, for hitting them with that ad slide. Bros Calamity VoDs, youtube.com/Bros Calamity VoDs. That is indeed where you might be watching this right now, in which case go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more stuff out of the Philadelphia area. That's our Twitter, Bros_Calamity, Facebook.com/TheGamingLab, and TheGamingLab_ on Instagram. And that is our schedule there. Thursdays, the FGC Alchemy Lab, Soul Calibur 6, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Street Fighter. I got to come in and play a little bit of Dragon Ball FighterZ now that I have it. But regardless of that, Smash at the Laboratory Tuesdays, all the Smash games, all the platform brawlers you could possibly imagine. And of course, Fridays, We Bear Bears. Next week is going to be the last one, which is so crazy. And of course, that's in preparation for the Friday afterwards, which is Codename Bears, our first ever Smash Ultimate Tournament, the day of launch. It's going to be a crazy event, and the surprises that we have for you coming through on Switch Versus, not just Switch Versus, but the laboratory as at large, is just they're so magnanimous. I don't even think I can name them all right now, and that's good because I'm pretty sure we're keeping some of them secret right now. So we're going to keep going here, and looks like it's time to make it rain. We're going to see the destination, and indeed it is going to be at Camp Triggerfish. Now this is where things get interesting. Going to be hard to, definitely a difficult stage to get a knockout in, but these teams are going to have to find a way somehow. The Jet Squelchers, Vanilla Splattershot Pro, the Kensa Splattershot Junior, and the Blaster. Excuse me, yeah, just a, wow, is it just me or the sound effects off? It's a little strange. No? Okay, it's, I must have just been, imagining stuff. So, oh, that's how it is a spectator, never mind. Either way, Raptura, oh my gosh, Team Ace driving it, they're already halfway home. And eventually Raptura is going to get taken out, but that is a good start to this matchup for Team Ace, who drive the score all the way down to 58-0. All the way up, I guess I should say, just piling on those points. That's so going to have to break out that that rain cloud right in their face. The end parry dualies coming through for Snugs. They're going to have to get a barrier breakage here. The Splat Sauce, and that's going to help. And now Snugs going to provide some frontline assistance. Snugs trying to take out that Stingray, but not much of a point to it now. Aside from taking out Snorlax guy, and that's how he bows out with the Inkjet. But he's still hanging in there. It's 3-3 on the field. Sauce just kind of hanging out there. I mean, looking like Snake in that last Smash trailer, just kind of hiding in that box and gets splatted shortly thereafter. So life imitates art, obviously. And Raptura hanging out, just waiting for his chance to break that barrier and drive up the score even more potentially. But the Ink Storm going to be coming through. It's going to push back Shinzi, Raptura, and company. And the chance to grab the Rainmaker for Snugs is taken. And he loses it right after, and the score is still 58-0 in favor of Team Ace. They have just not been able to get out at all. They've been pushed back. That 2-1 situation eventually coming through. 4-3 on the field Astro helping out with that with the Jet Squelcher, the custom Jet Squelcher, I should say. And again, that Vanilla Splatter Shot Pro, obviously favored by that, so it tends to be so by him anyway. And of course, the Charger on the other side has been putting in that work. Shinzi trying to get position on Snorlax guy. Oh, trying to do him dirty there and not finding him just yet. Snugs does well to avoid the pebbles. Perfect barrier breakage. And then, oh, it gets tagged from behind by that blaster, as well as the Jet Squelcher of Astro, administering the coup de grace there. And Astro just not able to get anything, man. He's eventually he's going to help break the barrier here, but right now it looks like it could just get it right back, and indeed they will. They're driving it back. They're up to 27 remaining points now. Holy smokes, what is going on? Team Wawa not looking like themselves here, but Ace and Shinzi and really all of them are looking like they're looking like professionals here, and indeed acting like it. Nothing personal, kid, it's just business. Shinzi trying to come through with the Charger play, and eventually it's Ace with that Rapid Blaster Pro. He's going to take him out. He's going to get pushed back a little bit by that Rainmaker and Stingray combo. Generally speaking, not what you want to be going up against, but he gets some assistance up top. And they are, in fact, going to grab it. They only get 8 points worth of 8 points on the board due Team Wawa. With less than a minute remaining, it's hard to foresee a circumstance where they're able to take this back. The ink is coming through. There's way too much purple for the orange for the men in orange to operate. I guess I should say players. You don't really know for sure. Clearly, I don't. And that's going to be the Bubbles providing a little bit of coverage, and they are going to take a few points off of the board here. But there is a lot of purple ahead of them. They're going to have to camp down here. Snorlax guy pushing the initiative just a little too much and going on the front lines. That could cost them the game here. 47 points remaining to their 27. Team Ace could have saved themselves here, but I got to question the wisdom of what Snorlax guy did in order to end. They're not going to get another chance. They were trying to get as many points on the board. I can understand that, but that's how they lose possession. And Team Ace, wow, they had a few aces in the hold there, and they're going to win it 3-1. So that's how it ends. 16 splats for that, so putting in that work, as well as 13 for Astro, but ultimately the 15-14 combination is going to be what takes it for Team Ace with a 3-1 victory. Folks, I'm Stu, the announcer. Thank you so much. That is loud. Thank you so much for joining us here on Bros Calamity, your home for Philadelphia Splatoon. And you can definitely follow us on all forms of social media as mentioned prior, or you can always hit that follow button and ring that bell to make sure that you are notified whenever we go live, whether it's with our Smash tournaments or our Splatoon Switch Versus stuff. We have a whole lot of things going on here, quite frankly, so it's a little it's a little crazy, not going to lie. Yeah, GG Team Ace indeed. And thank you for everyone who's joining us, whether you're lurking or you're actually chatting. We really appreciate you. So give us a holler in the chat if you have not done so already. We know we have some people watching in England. You guys rock. And wherever you're watching from, you're always invited here to the laboratory.